Whilst I'm doing this save, it must be good to hear me never actually mention any other clubs whilst I'm recording. Anyway, back into Hartlepool today, where we try and chase down the top spot really, as we're just bouncing about, but we've got to stop that bounce and just go upwards. As yes guys, welcome back to episode number 5 now of season number 1 of this Hartlepool Road to Glory, or Road to the Premier League and Champions League, as we plan to keep on moving up the leagues. As the first thing I'm going to tell you, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe if you're new around here. We want to get this series cooking and we want to hit 4K before Christmas. That is the big thing. Can we do it? It's up to you guys. I've changed it from New Year to Christmas as well. You might have noticed. As top scorers this year, we've got a player who's in contention. Padraig Hammond just above Callum Cook, Danny Rose and Fisher at the top. But James Norwood is 5th in that list, above Luke Norris, Jamal Matt and Wilson. So we've got a player pushing, which is very, very nice, as we need to start pushing up this league consistently. Like I said, as today's games aren't easy though, we play above us, Cobblers, Northampton Town at home in the first game, which is definitely going to be played. Then we have Salford City, which is a big game as well. That might have to be played as well. But Bradford midweek away at Valley Parade, that is the biggest one. They are top spot at the moment, and we're going to try and take some points off them, as Harrogate, bottom of the league, straight afterwards, can simulate them. Hopefully get a result with Leyton Orient ending today out, and we end it actually at the end of the month, which is very nice. Good settling point. Hopefully get some scout reports back and some youth players, as the team at the moment, I'd say, is pretty strong enough and in depth. I think keeper is the next position we go for in January, a backup one at that. As you can see, a couple of players going down though still. Liddell is actually now 59 rated. Akinde's gone down a rating despite him just being brought into the club. As the first team though, I'm very happy with. It's looking at the league table right here as well in the standings. Northampton aren't actually just second in the league. They're joint top on points, 21 points each for them and Bradford. So it's basically us playing top of the league twice today, which is going to be very difficult. Of course, positions may change for Bradford before we play them, but not for the Cobblers as we play them up first. And at least we've got the home advantage. Don't know if we've got the team advantage. Hang on, we might actually do, because our team's actually fit for this one, as it's going to be Mitchell in goal. Sterry still over McLaughlin at left, or right wing back, should I say. Can't do my directions, with Odesina, Staunton and Francis Angol as centre backs, with Ferguson at left wing back, Houlihan, Featherstone and Shelton through the midfield, with James Norwood and Will Goodwin partnering up front. On the bench we have, of course, Akinde and Burry over Olamola and Mark Cullen, as we've got Byrne actually on this bench, who, in the reserves, who should be on the bench, as Liddell's rating is it's just going down to the ground, didn't they? So we're going to go with that team. Just the one change to the bench. And hopefully a change to the Cobblers scoreline this season, as they're going to get beat. And let's have a look at the Northampton team. It's Johnny Maxted in goal, Michael Harriman, Fraser Horsfall, John Guthrie and Joseph Mills at the back. Sam Hoskins, is he in the 5 at the back, or is he in midfield? He's in midfield. He's on the right hand side of midfield with McWilliams, Flores and Pinnock, with Danny Rose and Ashley Seal up front. A 4-4-2. Different formation in this league, and it looks like it's working for them where they are in the league. So back at Victoria Park, can we get a result though? That is the question, as Rhys Staunton with a pass straight away into Shelton. Sterry now the full-back or wing-back, whatever he is, with the ball, and that's a terrible tackle, that one. Yellow card straight in the book for the midfielder Flores, as that's a pass through the middle. Nicky Featherstone straight on it. Shelton, if we can start off brightly in this one it would be good, but their defence on it. As Flores gives the ball into Ashley Seal right here as well, as he tries to lift one over. Houlihan with a touchdown, and bad pass from the midfielder, and Mitchell with a one-handed save. Northampton threatening the goal first with quite a good shot and quite a good save from Rhys Mitchell, as we've got to get this header away as well. Rhys Staunton does. I don't know what I called Mitchell for his first name, because I meant Rhys Staunton. I've been calling him Ryan Staunton, as Hoskins out wide with a good dipped in ball. Ashley Seal Straight to the keeper again. He's actually started to perform a little bit better as well. Now he knows his position is safe, which is usually not the case. You usually play better when you're in competition. As Featherstone lift one over the top here. This is a good move for us. Ferguson keeps it off the ground with a little dink and then a cross, but unfortunately doesn't meet anyone as Danny Rose, the other top scorer for them, trying to run away with it. It gives it into Pinnock. Now McWilliams through the middle onto Rose, past it when he shouldn't have done, and we can receive that right in the middle as let's go. Good win. Good ball around the corner into Houlihan. Can Houlihan squeeze this into Norwood? I think it is. One more onto Shelton, and it's 1-0 Hartlepool. A very, very well worked team goal, and we take the lead against joint top spot. What a goal that could be. Yeah, we're playing really good and out of our skin at the moment. What a pass that is in the middle, and just passes it one more on. Maxted, no chance in the goal. Blasted straight past him. First time left foot from our attacking midfielder, really. Mark Shelton. And Danny Rose with the ball over the top right there, though, and the ball's going to land straight for Pinnock. As Pinnock chips it up a little bit, he's going to try and cross that in, and Sterry, I thought he'd stuck his hands up, but doesn't in the end. As Shelton's going to run away with this one. Gives it straight into Norwood. As Norwood, oh, caught out by Mills. That should maybe be a foul, but no, nothing given. As Mills trying to run away with this one. Featherstone has to block. However, Sterry does receive the ball straight away himself and gives it into Norwood. As Norwood down the line. That's a good ball. What can Sterry do with it right here? Tries to cut away. Still manages to keep it at his feet. Into Shelton now. Into Norwood. Nicky Featherstone. Out wide to Houlihan. This is very good build-up play from us. Another cross. It's come off the back of the defender and landed to James Norwood, who makes it 2. What a performance here against Northampton, and the form continues. Honestly, the assist king this season is Ferguson as well. We cannot underestimate what our left wing-back is doing. Ball into the box, close to Maxted, but no chance. Goalkeepers do not come out and assert themselves in this division. And James Norwood is there to snap that home. Oh, almost choked then. almost choked straight on my words, as now the ball's been given straight away to Ashley Seal, though. And don't let them get one back in this game. Let's try and keep another clean sheet, shall we, against another very good oppositional team. As Houlihan gives it into Ferguson far forward as well. Here, Goodwin across to Shelton. Shelton's going to spread this out to Sterry. Sterry back into Shelton. Can we whip a ball over the top? Nowhere, just tackled. And Shelton with the ball right here, as we need to try and get this out of the defence, but being shut down, as that's one of the best halves of football I've ever seen from this side. Absolutely phenomenal. And we're going to go straight into the second half with the same team, of course, hoping for more. So let's see what we can get as Nicky Featherstone into Houlihan, into Marky Shelton, onto James Norwood. There's ways when we pass the ball as well. Northampton fans right behind us will not be happy. However, we've given the ball away to Connolly right here, who's going to try and sprint it down this line, and he's a quick fella as he gives it into Danny Rose, their top scorer, across the field into Hoskins, now into Harriman, who got his head on that cross into Norwood, but still couldn't direct it away as he's got it down the line, chips it in. Easy for Staunton. You cannot underestimate the impact he's had on the team as well. Reece Staunton, a 19-year-old. Look at that, winning that header right there, and he's come into the team and kept, what, 4 clean sheets if this comes through? Absolutely amazing, as Horsfall with the tackle right there for them. But we are going to get to take the throw in. Ferguson standing with the ball under his arm. Going to throw it into play now. Houlihan straight through to Norwood. This is good passing. Houlihan making the run in front as well. Can we try and put this across the box? No, we can't. It falls to Houlihan again. And that should be 3. A very, very good save from their keeper, though, as we're going to take Mark Shelton off here, rotate the team, because this game looks kind of done for them. As Featherstone with a cross in, they've won the header, only falls as far as Molyneux on the field right now. The number 10 into Odosina, lays it off into Houlihan. Featherstone, the scorer in simulated games, but not the passer. As Sterry receives the ball himself again, though, into Norwood. And can we get another one? If it's 3-0 in this game, I've got faith we can do wonders in this league, as Featherstone lays it off to Molyneux from range. Oh, and what a shot and what a save from Maxted. Molyneux coming on with an impact there, as we're going to cross this ball into the box. That's a good one. Horsfall with the header away. Nicky Featherstone put that in again straight away. That's a great ball as well. Just hooking it in, but Connolly to get this away. We are playing extremely well, though, as no, don't let the Cobblers have anything in this. Hoskins with a whipped in ball. Karamba! Oh, Mitchell made that dramatic. We've got Aaron Ramsdale in goal. What a save, though. I've got to say, he did keep it out, as Nicky Featherstone makes the usual change for Matt Daly coming on. The youth player injecting some legs into the game, as Karamba Wins the header away again, straight away, because I've still been pushing on as the Cobblers, but we've got the ball away right here. Ferguson into Houlihan, into Matt Daly. Can we try and get across to this right-hand side? Come on, Molyneux. That's a drill ball out and almost a foul. We'll have to let that slide because it didn't really connect in the end. There's now Mills with a throw-in. Can we just mark his men up? Sterry's been phenomenal in this game as well. Very, very underrated in this game. I mean, at the moment, how he started this season, I wouldn't mind signing him permanently. As Mills with a pass back to Connolly into Guthrie. Guthrie across the field into Horsfall as it's gone through the gap. Where's our midfield right here though? Karamba, or Kabamba, I think that's his name, how it's pronounced, as he gave the ball away. And Molyneux with a pass up to Norwood. Lays that off into Houlihan. Gap there for Goodwin, who might be coming off in a minute, but he might be rounding the game up to 3-0 as he does. The game is over. We have blown top spot out of the water. Will Goodwin is the man on fire as well at the moment. What a finish that is into the bottom corner. And he might have to just stay on for that one. I haven't put the sub through yet, but I was going to. What a finish. Things looking very bright at the start of the season right here as Matt Daly into Goodwin. I mean, we could even get another one, you know. If that ball goes through and if he's onside, which he isn't, Norwood, that could have been another for him. It's not like him not to get a brace, as it's almost full time right here, and the Cobblers threatened a little bit, but definitely not enough to win this game. We have deserved this as Kabamba. Can we give a clean sheet to the keeper though? No, that's a good ball around the corner into Connolly. We need to try and keep this away from the edge. They've passed it one more, bobbled it over McWilliams, and that is the captain wasting the ball. Mitchell just whack that upfield. You deserve that clean sheet. As Goodwin heads that on, and that could have been a good header on, but it doesn't matter. Game done and dusted. 3-0 to the Pool, and we should be still in these playoff positions, or even higher as 5th. But you can see that win has done us really, really good in terms of catching maybe Northampton, and I don't know if Bradford won or not. I'm going to have to check on that, because I might rotate the bench slightly for the next game. Yes, they did win Bradford City, so they are the team to beat. So we're going to put us full team against them out. As the team we play next as well, Salford, are 21st in the league. That is absolutely unbelievable. So I think we're going to simulate them and Harrogate Town this episode as Scunthorpe. I absolutely hate to see their level on points with us. I hate that. So how are we going to line up against the, is it like Amis or something they're nicknamed? I don't care, but I don't like them, as we're making 2 changes for this simulated game. It's Mitchell still in goal. Sterry McLaughlin comes in. Is it McLaughlin or McLaughlin? I think it's McLaughlin, isn't it? With Staunton, Francis Angle and Ferguson at the back. Odesina just taking a break with Houlihan, Featherstone and Molyneux. Same with Shelton. He's just having a little bit of a rest because he is our best midfielder at the moment. With Norwood and Goodwin still up front. You can't change the strikers. You've got to rely on them all season round. So let's try and get a win against 21st. Spot is away from home, which is risky. And of course, they do have a good team. But I've still got faith in the boys that they can win this, and they do. Morris with the first goal for them. Norwood actually missed a penalty to start the game off with, but in the second half, it doesn't matter. He could have had a hat-trick, but instead, he got a brace in 45 minutes against the run of play as well to get us another 3 points. As look what that does to the league position. We are now second. Our first simulated win has done us wonders. We're in automatic spots now. Just got to keep this up, as it's the biggest game of the season up next though, and it's still early on. It's Bradford away from home. I mean, they are 6 points clear of us. These are going for the title. Up to us to stop them, as Huddersfield Town have been in touch. Unhappy with Matt Daly's playing time. I mean, I don't want players just getting retrieved all the time, so I'm going to have to do something about that, as I've got to praise McLaughlin. He's come into the team and done well, but that takes his morale down for some reason. Okay, as this is going to be the team up next for this game. We've gone back to the strongest, although we won the game before against the Cobblers was 3-0, and that was an amazing performance with an amazing team. So Mitchell in goal again, Sterry, Odesina, Staunton, Francis in goal, and Ferguson with Houlihan, Featherstone, Shelton, Norwood, Goodwin. It's just the usual bunch, as we're going to change the bench up as well. Bury can come back on, and we will leave it at that. Matt Daly has to be on the bench right now because we've got to try and put him on at some point. Molyneux there as well, and McLaughlin dropping back down. Although his good performance, he got angry with me, and I'm not taking that from a player. So can we get a good result away from home at Valley Parade? It's all down to this. And the hosts, Jesse, Jeronen, Oscar 3, Sheekreld, Akos, Keskes, Fakre Keller. Oh, this is a hard team to pronounce. Liam Ridgehull, Gilead, Songo, Watt and Isa, with Cook and Lavery up front. No Charles Vernon, which of course is a big favourite of mine, being at Grimsby. A very good player, as there's an atmosphere at Valley Parade right here. They know it's first against second. Our fans need to get chanting as well. We need some moral support, as let's go against the Bantams. They don't deserve to be in League 2. Another team that I'll happily admit should be League 1, top of League 1, bottom of the Championship, I'd say. No offence to Bradford fans if they think different, as Ferguson with the ball right here. And oh, that's a rough tackle to start the game off with. Another yellow card. Every team just going in on us, as we're going to try and get the pass straight around the corner into Shelton. Red straight away by them, though. You can tell this is going to be hard. Sonogo with the ball around the corner as well. Shikrel, Gilead with a cross inside. Francis Angol gets a little header away, but not enough. There's now Featherstone to take this forward. He's going to pass it to the side of him into Houlihan, now into Goodwin again. He's put that around the corner into Sterry, and Sterry straight into Norwood. This is good play. Have we got the fullback? We have. Ferguson, the assist king, going to get an assist in this game. It's a great ball, and it's off the post and in. We do take the lead against Bradford, and it's Ferguson meeting Norwood's head for the second game in a row. You can see him at the front of Norwood celebrating right underneath his arm, because that is a big goal in a big game. We take the lead against Top Spot, and it's another one of those crosses. Keeper saves it, but onto the post. Not good enough. What a great start. The fullbacks are absolutely magical in this formation, as they've given us the ball straight away again. Can we try and find Jack Sterry on the overlap? You never know, it could happen again. Will Goodwin in the box. Cross is not as good that time, but I love how this formation's actually working for us. This five at the back is doing wonders, as Norwood goes for another, and Jerona with a good save from the little finesse. Around the corner is Nicky Featherstone to whip a ball in. Another header maybe? Not that time. God, are we playing well, as Nicky Featherstone with the ball at his feet again. Gives this into Houlihan. Houlihan just squeeze that through that gap. Great ball. Norwood with a little flick on as well, as Staunton doesn't have anywhere to go, and they all gang up on Staunton, don't they? Another terrific tackle to try and get the ball back, but it still doesn't fall to us, as Isa gives it to Ridgehold round the corner. They still get the ball right here. Callum Cook through to Lavery, and that's a terrible ball. Yes, forgot about that. Rhys Staunton against his former club, who he was playing for at the start of the season, but not anymore. He's decided to join the better side, as now Ferguson, can he try and get this into the middle again? Another cross. What a wonderful ball as well. If we had someone in the middle right there, that is the perfect position to get goal number 2, but still no one there, so we're going to try and build again. Shelton, just a dink over the top, doesn't work that time. My days, are we playing well, as oh dear, we've dived in a bit right there, and they could have a ball through the middle. It's 2-on-1. Lavery gives it to Gilead. Gilead with a shot, and oh, it's missed. I thought he'd put that into the roof of the net. Good shot, to be fair to him. Counter-attack we've got to be careful of, but still, we've dominated this game away from home, as oh, Sterry can't keep that in. Come on, don't panic now. Isa with a throw-in straight to the left back, as Kelleher with it in the middle. Richhold goes down the line into Isa. Isa across to Cook, the number 8. On a turn, as it's talking about Norwood having a campaign to remember. Definitely. He knows how to find the back of the net, as Shelton turns away from his player. Into Odesina, now into Rhys Staunton. Featherstone. Can we get this out wide again, please? There we go, that's a good ball. Into Sterry now, who tries to give it into Norwood. Sits his man down. Goodwin making a good move. That is great from Norwood, and it's great from Goodwin. It is 2 before the half-time mark again, and Goodwin sharing it with Norwood. That is unbelievable play from our 2 strikers, though. You can hear the boos around Bradford now. They've had a terrific start to the season, but so have we. Receives it well, blasts it in. 2-0 Pool. And I tell you what, it must be the suit. It must be the suit giving us the luck, because we never had this in our last save, as Houlihan running down the line with the ball a little bit himself. Gives it into Goodwin. Can we try and switch this across? It could be 3 before half-time with the way we're playing. Absolutely dominant. Sterry with the ball in. Almost met Shelton, but just a little bit behind him, as Conor Lavery gives that to Gilead. And the half-time whistle is blown. A lot of boos. But I am absolutely over the moon with that performance. Let's go again. Callum Cook with the ball out right here to Isa, as it's back in the middle to Lavery. That's a good 1-2, you know. As they're going to try and maybe get down the line a little bit. Oh, good cut inside though. As what's he going to do with it right here? He's going to dip it into Lavery. Now what? On the edge of the box. Staunton with a block. Doesn't use his hand, luckily enough for us. As Norwood just blasts it out to Goodwin to try and get us on a little bit of a counter. As Norwood's making the run. Goodwin is good at delivering that ball over the top. Heads it down in his path. Norwood. Can he do a Salah right here and run it all himself? He can't. Passes it. That's got to be a foul, hasn't it? How is that not given? As hang on. There might be a ball through to Mo Isa right here though. And it's only 2-0. 1 goal and they're in it. As Mitchell saves at the near post. Matt Daly's going to come on. The usual change. But that was a bit risky, that one. Got to try and get this corner out. Don't give them any hope, as that's a terrible one anyway. Sterry's going to receive that at the front post. I tried to run it myself. Kelleher with a tackle, but we do manage to keep it. Odesina blasting it into Shelton. Matt Daly across the back into Ferguson. This is good play. Houlihan needs to pass it into Shelton right there. That's good play again. Just not meeting his player. Kelleher across the field into Seskes. As he drills one across, literally under 20 minutes to go now. We don't want to be conceding 2 at all. As Sonogo with the ball in the middle. Oh, that could be a foul. It is given, but there's still play on. Cook into Watt. It's a 1-2. Watt with a shot. Oh, the deflection off Staunton. That's a terrible goal to concede, but it's happened now. And they're back in the game, are the Bantams. Yeah, it's come off the ex-player, of course. Rhys Staunton. So lucky for them. Look at that. Deflects off his leg, and I don't think it's going in if it don't take it. Nerves are kicking in. Isa with the ball in this passage of play right here as they've run straight past us. Isa blasts it straight at us. How lucky can you get right there as Rhys Staunton straight away through the middle. Matt Daly, we've got to try and run with it again. 10 minutes to go. Shelton round the corner. Sterry gives it in the middle now to Matt Daly as Matt Daly... Oh dear, you cannot dally with the ball right there as Cook's going to try and get away from us. 2 Cooks up front. Hopefully that spoils the broth. As now Staunton receives the ball against his former club. Come on, 6 minutes. If we can kill the game off, that would be wonderful. Chip and hope. Not good enough. Of course, a win right here still reduces the gap still to 3 points, which is a lot. So it's vital we get all 3 points here because we don't want to be chasing a 5-point gap anyway, or... It wouldn't be 5, it would be 6 still, wouldn't it? Because they get a point as well. As now Shelton with the ball gets a run down the line. Can't release it though. And Mo Isa, I think it's Mo Isa, gives it into Cook. They're going to try and run at us right here. Derek Adams' team throwing everything at it. It's into Isa. It's into Cook. No deflections. Isa with a shot blocked again. Cook round the corner still. Isa messes the pass up. Houlihan to blast it. And a big... 3 points right there. No clean sheet for the first time in a while. But I don't care at all about it in that game. 3 points was the main thing. We shut the gap to 3 points within Bradford. As that is a big win. Top of the league. Beaten away from home. Deserve nothing less. As Bury now has been talked about by Millwall saying they're not happy with his play time. I mean, I've maybe got to rotate the team for... Maybe for... Harrogate right now. We are on a run, but maybe it does have to change just to keep these championship clubs happy. They do only have 9 points all season compared to us, so I think I'm going to go for it. James Norwood leads the way on the top scorers as well now. That is absolutely brilliant. Well, still level with Fisher, but that's just what we need to see. As the team for the next game is as follows. Mitchell, Sterry, McLaughlin coming back into that back 5 with Staunton, Francis Angol and Ferguson. Daly comes in for Houlihan getting the rest this time round with Featherstone and Shelton. Norwood and Bury up front. So those 2 loanies are in the team. No chance they can be moaning at us right now. We're playing them against bottom spots. Still, I feel like it's a risk. As what's it going to be? Don't slip up. It's a 1-0 defeat. And everything we just did against Bradford undone. Muldoon with the goal. And it does keep us in second place. But look at that. The gap's dropped down for us again. It's now up to 6 points that we're off Bradford. Because they, of course, got their points. As we still sit comfortably in automatic places. Because there's 2 points over Newport and Scunthorpe. So I'm moaning that we're not close enough to top spot. But we've literally just been promoted from the National League through the playoffs. Can I really moan we're in second? Not really. As I just saw as well, before that graphic bloody popped up in his face, James Norwood has Player of the Month. That is absolutely brilliant for our striker, as it's dropped Salford City to bottom spot. Maybe losing to Harrogate wasn't the worst thing after all, as we play Leyton Orient, who are 7th. So this can cement, again, our place in the top 2 even further over another potential promotion candidate. I mean, Northampton have dropped all the way to 8th, so we know we're not safe in second. They started the episode off in second, as these are 7th away from home. So we had the managers of the low-knees clubs, of course, getting onto us for not playing them, but I don't even see them being on the bench for this next game, because that was absolutely awful. Both of them get into the reserves as Mitchell's in goal, Sterry, Odessina, Staunton, Francis in goal, Ferguson, Houlihan, Featherstone, Shelton, Norwood and Goodwin is my starter team. I mean, Goodwin's a lone player, but he has sunk into this team so superbly, he's not getting budged at all. Same with Sterry at right wing back. Burry, Daly, make notes, especially in this game when you're watching from the stands. And the hosts, Lawrence Vigouroux in goal, Adam Thompson, Dan Happ, Omar Beckles, Connor Wood, and Darren Pratley in the defence. I think that's 5 at the back. No, it isn't actually. Pratley's in CDM with Clay and Riley in front, Kemp, Smith and Archibald as the front 3. Surprised not to see any sidemen merch in the crowd or anything like that. Of course, their whatever dealership deal thing with Leyton Orient going on, and Harry Kane. They've got a lot of sponsors, as they might be taking a lead here as well. And they do! 5 minutes in. It's Smith who has fired it into the bottom corner. Kenny Jackett's team up and running against us right here at their place. Very shocking start. Mitchell, how have we let that slide in, mate? I mean, we've just been defeated in the simulated game, and we might be defeated again here by a playoff candidate. And it's just come off his gloves. Let's have another look at this, shall we? I mean, it is not good from our keeper at all, and should be saving that. Absolutely terrible stuff. As Houlihan, let's try and get straight back into it if we can. Ferguson into Houlihan again, into Goodwin. If we can get a goal straight back with Norwood, that would be brilliant. But of course, looks like the curse is still on. Get player of the month, don't play well. That is how it works. As Staunton gets a pass away though into Houlihan. Houlihan across to Goodwin, and we're going to try and break it. Shelton, that's a good ball over the top into Norwood. I didn't want to head that into his path because Goodwin is making a superb run. He's found him. It's Goodwin. It's near post and off the post into the side netting. What a strike from the loanee that is. And it is now 1 apiece. What a goal to get back in the game with. It's a brilliant ball from James Norwood, the assist and goal scoring king. And that is obscene. No chance at all for Lawrence Vigouroux, as it's his 5th in 14 games, as he could have another one here though. He's going to pass it into the path of Houlihan. We've started off again and it's hit the other post. It's changed just like that. It's Houlihan back in the team, and he's running to our away fans right there. We've changed this game round within 20 minutes. What a squad. They just know how to work for each other. Look at that. Ball through, passed on, bang. Post and in. It's just obscene. And even our fans singing cheerio already. 20 minutes in and they have scored the first goal. I don't think they'll be leaving by now, but I mean, it's a terrible turnaround for them making as they've hit the post and oh! Odessina, do you want me to just poo myself right there? That was a terrible mistake, but luckily he made up for it, and we could even counter-attack from it almost going over our own line. It's James Norwood. He's saved by the foot. He's tapped home by Goodwin. Now the fans can leave. 3-1, 4 goals within half an hour of play, and it's Goodwin with the last. To be fair, I hope it isn't the last, but that should kill the game off. Boos ringing around because they know there was in front, but 3 defenders. And none of them could get to the ball. That is shocking for Orient. Kenny Jackett can't be happy with that, as Featherstone puts a ball through to Goodwin as well, as Shelton battling for it right there. Ball goes back to Vigouroux. Vigouroux straight out to Happ. That's not Almo Happ, is it? That would be a great signing if it was, but I think his name's Helm, the Barnsley centre-back, as Kemp with the ball into Thompson. He drills one forward into Smith. Very tall player him, as he gives it into Kemp around the corner. Clay gets that ball one more on, but Sterry to read that one, and great control as he passes it superbly down the line into Will Goodwin. Now on a hat-trick, of course, but he's got Norwood just at the back post sneaking in there. It's going to Norwood. It's 4. It's 4 in the first half. And this is getting silly for Orient. This might be the biggest win of the season, of the series as it's going. What a ball in. 2 goals apiece for our strikers, as the partnership is obscene. And Vigouroux's having a shocker in goal as well to go with it. just nowhere near the goals. The deadly duo at it again. I mean, Norwood set up one of Goodwin's. I think he set up 2 because he had the shot for Goodwin's second goal as well. So I'm giving Norwood 2 assists and 2 goals in this game. Player of the month curse never was a thing. I literally must have made it up because he's been superb in this game so far as Goodwin has the ball again. Norwood pointing to where he wants it and we're going to chip it over the top, but Beckles reading it. That time he is a good centre-back him, but he's not had a good game today as it's almost half-time. And it looks like we might be winning this game emphatically as it stands. Featherstone across into Houlihan, into Norwood. This time just slide tackled in the end. That was Pratley. Forward to Smith, into Clay. And just blow the whistle, referee. I'd love to get into half-time 4-1 up. It is absolutely superb as there's no boos. But I guess there'll be some empty seats in that second half. Fans won't want to stick around. But our fans will. They'll be having a party into the night. We can even make changes. Molyneux. Actually, no, Molyneux plays a lot. We'll put Smith on. He doesn't play much for Featherstone. I mean, I think we've won the game already. As long as we keep both strikers on as Smith gives the ball straight out wide. That's their Smith as well, their striker Smith. As Archibald goes backwards into Wood. Wood into Pratley. Into Riley right here. That's a good pass into Smith, you know. And I've just done a Paul Cook voice changing halfway through the video as Mitchell. What a save. He's already been better than Vigouroux in this game, even though he's like a goal in from a shocker. That is an amazing stop as they're going to whip the ball in. No, they're not. Kemp gets it short. Pratley with it again. It's Pratley who backheels it straight into our Smith as he's going to try and get running right here. He's away from the defender. Good little bit of work from our central midfielder who hasn't played much and he's got a ball through if he can make it. Good pass. But locked onto the wrong player. Getting all the space you could ever ask for as Goodwin has the ball again in the centre of the park. That's a great ball into Shelton though. There's a good run over that other side, but Shelton's going to go himself. It's Mark Shelton. Tried to cross it, but I do think our player ran offside slightly there as Sterry. He hasn't had much involvement in this game, but he is a defender of course. Ferguson the same as he whips the ball in. A good one. Beckles with just a header. Sterry, that's not meant to be a slide. Didn't actually do too bad with it, but it was meant to be a cross. And Odesina with the ball at his feet right here. That's not a good pass. But it's not a good pass. Drinnen with it right there. Kemp over the top. Don't let Orient win this second half if we can stop it as Mitchell. You stop it. What a save from the keeper again as it's going to be a corner ball. I mean, he's made a shocker, but he's pulled out some absolute tree trunks right here as now Kemp goes for another short corner. It hasn't worked for them so far, but it could here maybe. Archibald, got to be offside Kemp, no. Riley into Kemp again, edge of the box. Pratley, this is good passing. Archibald into Drinnen, who's unlucky as Drinnen has his back to us right here. I'm going to try and get John Akinde or Olamola on. I can't remember which one I said I would go for as this is a good move though. Riley, Pratley, Mitchell again. Absolute cat in the goal as Riley with a crossing that's going towards Beckel and Staunton did the right thing to be fair. Put that behind because he's a very good header of the ball. Omar Beckles, like I've said about 10 times now, as Pratley whips another one in. Come on, Smith up this time very well. Molyneux cuts inside, tried to get a pass off to try and get us on an attack, but tackled again. It's Pratley, it's Drinnen, it's Mitchell with a stop. Please stop it, keeper, as well. You are just doing too well for yourself. As Riley with the ball in, headed away from Ferguson. Norwood can't keep it though. Pratley with the ball again, and he can't even take a shot in the box because the empty seats of Leyton Orient, or the seats that are still taken, probably wanted to hear that whistle. 4-1 was done in the first half, and an amazing win on the road. Kind of outplayed in that second half as well, but we don't care as the FA Cup is the next game up. I didn't even realise that. Yeah, Stevenage at the start. Away from home in November. That's a bit soon, isn't it, for FA Cup? Just probably because it's the first round. It's got a youth player right here who's completed a switching drill. It takes him up a rating. That's good. As the youth academy looking very bright. I think I'm going to promote the rest of them. Hopefully Kamara and Busu once they train as their new positions. As what an end to the episode that win was. How many points are we now off Bradford? Did they get their win? I'm going to check right here with League 2. They didn't. So the gap is 3 points. They lost 1-0 to Rochdale as we sit in second place. 2-point gap over Crawley and 4 points over Bristol Rovers who are in 8th position. So we are doing very well in our first season back in League 2. Couldn't ask for any better apart from first spot. If we would of course won the simulator game against Harrogate, we would be there as unfortunately we are at the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching right here. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well so you do not miss an episode Forgot to do my clap right there. There it is. So yeah, I will see you all tomorrow, but be warned, I will put it on the community tab if there is not a video tomorrow, because there might not be, in a little bit of a rush. You will see why if you go to the Instagram, which is linked down below, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, in a bit, and peace.